Good morning. Welcome to our Sunday Live Dharma. My name is Linda, and I'm happy to be practicing with you this morning. It has been about 3 or 4 months since I've been attending temple here, and I'm full of gratitude for the beautiful and warm welcome I've received from this community. Today, Reverend Gong will be sharing her Dharma Talk, Living Buddha. First, let us loosen up tension and prepare our bodies for sitting meditation. Please stand behind your mat and join the Qi Gong practice, guided by Lars.
Good morning, friends. Good morning at home. Let's get started. Change it up a few things. Just first stand on the ground, hip width apart, your feet that is. And your knees are slightly bent, tailbone and chin is tucked in, and you're fully erect. Spine is in a neutral position. And really feel the roots grow out of your feet, especially right behind the ball of your foot. Don't be on your tippy toes. Don't be on the back of your heel. Right behind the ball of the foot. This is where we want to be standing, okay? Now, we're shifting the weight over to one of the sides, and then we just rotate the ankle that is empty now, has no weight on it. Make sure you keep the ball of the foot on the ground. Just rotate the ankle any direction. Loosen it up, make it crack, and we reverse. Great. Let's place his foot back on the ground. Shift the weight over, and the other side. And reverse. And let's stop. Now slightly bend forward until we can touch our knees. And now we slowly bend our knees forwards and back and forth and kind of hugging our knees, rubbing our knees. We don't want to make sure we do any circle motion, it's just back and forth. But we want to make sure we hug our knees and say thank you. Okay. Now let's come back up. This time our hands come out our hips, and we're going to rotate those hips any direction. Starting out slow in small circles, and gradually make them bigger. Make the circle small again, and we reverse the direction. Again, starting out with some small circles and making them bigger and bigger. And slow down, make those circles small again, and come to a rest. Now drop our hands and arms. We're going to stay with that same motion, kind of, sort of, but now we're just going to open and close our hip. Kind of just lock your shoulders together with your hips, and we're just gonna rock our knees a little bit back and forth, opening one side of the hip while we close on the other side. And if we speed up this motion and let our arms dangle like a rag doll, that will just slowly trail behind, and we're going to be slapping our sides. Make sure not to over-rotate your shoulders. Focus on locking your shoulders together with your hip. We're going to slow back down, still the same movement. Now we're going to bring our arms into that. Okay? Bring one arm forward, the other arm behind us, and the same movement in the hips. Now we push the energy towards the hand that's outstretched. Bring the other arm behind us. Breathe in. Scoop up the energy. And push the energy towards the other hand. Keep finishing your rotation of your hip. Breathing in. Scoop up the energy on the other side. Slowly move it forward while we're breathing out. Breathe in. And out. In. And out. In. Out. In. And out. One more round. In. And out. In. Out. Let's drop our arms. Stand here for a second. Shift our weight to one side and raise our leg up. Rooster stands on one leg. Now shift the weight to the other side. Raise the other leg up. And slowly drop back down. And the same thing, shift, lift, shift, and lift. Let's bring our arms in, shift, bring it up, block, and kick. And drop it right down. There you go. Again, block and kick, and drop. Shift, raise, block, and kick, and drop. One more time, shift, raise, block, and kick, and drop it back down. Great. Let's breathe in, bring our arms up, and down. In. Raise the wall energy up, and breathe out. Drop the fire energy down. Breathe in and open our heart center. All the arms come all the way to the side, and we'll be breathing out. Arms come back towards each other, not touching. Breathe in. Open your chest and heart, and breathe out. In and out. In. And this time when we breathe out, we push the energy all the way to the side, like we're holding two walls up. Drop our hands. Breathe in. And push this energy to the sides. Drop your arms. Breathe in. And out. So when we breathe in, we bring it all the way. And we're looking up, kind of bending our back, looking to the universe, and we're breathing out. Arms coming down, breathe in. Fully open your chest, look into the sky, and breathe back out. And we're going to bring our tippy toes in, okay? Breathe in, same movement, but we come on our tippy toes, and we breathe back out and drop back down. Same thing, breathe in. And out. In. And out. Now we're breathing in, arms come on our sides. We're bending on our waist. Breathe out. Scoop up the energy right below you. Make an energy ball. Breathing in. Bring the energy ball right in front of our chest. Breathe in again. Push it all the way to the sky. And breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And bend. Breathe out. Scoop up the energy. Breathe in, back up. Breathe in again, all the way to the top, and breathe out. Breathe in, and bring the energy down. Breathe in. Join your palms above your head. Breathe out. Rest your palms on your third eye. Breathe in. And when we breathe out, continue bringing your palms down, resting on our heart center. Breathe in. And breathe out. Thank you, friends. Now please make sure, stand behind your mats. And please join us in full bowing practice to the Dharma Kaya Buddha Fourfold Grace, either in standing posture or in full bowing posture.
With gratitude, I bow to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the infinite source of marvelous existence. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of parents, ancestors, and everyone who has given me life and nurtured me. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of fellow beings, embracing the truth of interconnectedness. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of laws, which guides us to develop justice and freedom through Dharma and universal principles. Meditation is simple and easy. Anyone can practice it. Please take time to find your most comfortable position on the floor or in a chair. Wiggle to release any tension in your body. Rock front to back or side to side until you find the point of perfect balance. Focus on the energy in your lower abdomen. You may start to feel your lower back growing stronger and your chest and heart opening. Breathe in, seize any tension. Breathe out, release mental and physical uneasiness. Bring your awareness to your tongue. Place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. While your tongue is relaxed on your palate, pure and clear saliva may gather. This is a delightful sign of cool energy ascending. Smile your spirit. Invite your awareness to return to your lower abdomen, your Qi energy field. This is called the Donjon and is located about 2 inches below your navel. Your Donjon is the power center for your breathing. We settle both the mind and the energy on the elixir field, the Donjon, in order to allow the energy to flow and guard the one mind. We let go of attachment to even that single thought of abiding in the Donjon field, resting only in the genuine realm of consummate quiescence and non-discrimination. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not be disturbed by them. Do not pursue them. They are just thoughts and will disappear by themselves. Continue to bring your awareness back to your Donjon abiding breath. When your mind is calm, concentrated, perfectly focused and at peace, you will rest in the realm of samadhi, deep meditation. We are grateful to sit here now quietly together, finding the still point within. In our meditation, may our ever calm, ever bright spirit be with us.
천지연기하심정 만사여의하심토 천지여화동일체 하여 천지동심정 천지연기하심정 만사여의하심토 천지여화동일체 하여 천지동심정. Page 4. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth.
Prayer for world peace. Grace of heaven and earth, grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. O Dharma, fourfold grace, may we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, discord into harmony, and hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to Dharma. May all those who have died from world conflicts and disasters be delivered through all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world, and may all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness, living in their original true nature. This we pray with our whole hearts. 원하옵니다. 내 성기
성불제중 인연이 되어지라. I wish and pray, sincerely and truly, where my hands touch the world, where my feet walk on the earth, where my voice echoes through the hills, and in all realms where my heart and mind reach, that we all together share true affinity for attaining great enlightenment and for helping all living beings. Page 9. Here what is the realm of samadhi beyond words and speech, gateway of birth and that transcending being and non-being, the origin of heaven and earth, heaven's fellow beings and laws, true nature of all Buddhas, enlightened masters, unenlightened people and sentient beings, till one manifests as both permanence and impermanence, viewed as permanence, till one unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is, viewed as impermanence, till one unfolds into infinite worlds through the cycle of form, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies in the four forms of birth we transform through the 6 realms of existence, progressing or regressing with grace, arising from harm or harm from grace. Therefore the unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after Ilwan Sangha, Dharmakaya Buddha, by cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, and receiving grace rather than harm, until we attain the great empowerment
This morning, Reverend Gong is sharing her Dharma Talk, Living Buddha. Let's practice deep listening as we welcome Reverend Gong.
In this month of May, there are many celebrations, and one of them in Asian culture is Buddha's birthday, which is a national holiday in Korea. In the lunar calendar, Buddha's birthday is always on April 8th. This year, his birthday falls on this coming Friday, May 27. Visitors to our temple sometimes ask, "Where is your Buddha?" Their questions remind me of a story from our scriptures about a group of people visiting Sotaesan, our founding teacher. They asked, "Where is your esteemed religion's Buddha enshrined?" The founding master replied, "Our Buddha has just gone out. If you'd like to see him, please wait." After a while, a group of workers returned from the fields carrying farm tools. Sotaesan pointed to the workers and said, "They are the Buddhas of our house." The volunteers who trim the hedges of this temple, pull weeds, cut the grass here are the Buddhas of our house. Living Buddhas. At the beginning of this year, we invited you to contemplate a specific section from the scripture of Won Buddhism. Chapter 2, Doctrine. When you hear the word doctrine, what's your first response? Do you say to yourself, "Oh no, I don't want to hear about doctrine"? Or does this word doctrine make you feel cautious or perhaps a bit curious? This chapter may not be juicy, but it is an important one because it contains the essential philosophies and tenets of Won Buddhism. Since this past January, I have been enjoying listening to Dharma talks from my fellow Reverends and members about this chapter. I also appreciate our 18 friends who have been studying this doctrine chapter every Thursday night, online and in person. Those who have recently taken the Total Chart Dharma course may also recognize many verses from this chapter. One of the key messages in the chapter on doctrine is that we are all living Buddhas. The teachings in this chapter, however, are not easy to grasp at first. So I have been reading them over and over. Even so, there are still some parts that confuse me. In order to delve into every line and passage, I recently started to do Qi practice. Qi practice means mindfully copying a scripture text by hand. First, I copied in Korean, then in English. This slow and meditative process helps me to connect better with the meaning of the words. One message from the 39 verses in the chapter on doctrine that keeps coming back to me is verse 4. There is nothing among all things in heaven and earth, or the Dharma realm of empty space, that is not Buddha. Therefore, regardless of time or place, we must never neglect to maintain a respectful state of mind and treat everyone and everything with the same pure mind and pious attitude we have for the Venerable Buddha. This passage appeals to me because it clearly expounds Won Buddhism's revolutionary approach for worship, one that is different from other religions and traditions. The novel perspective of Won Buddhism is that all things and all living beings have an inherent capacity to manifest blessings or transgressions. This is significantly different from an approach in which the focus is on a relationship with one or more deities. Maintain a respectful state of mind and treat everyone and everything with a pure mind and pious attitude. This line has resonated with me for years, but I have been also aware that it is not always easy to maintain a respectful state of mind with a pure and reverential attitude. Although sometimes I love to be silly and funny, especially with the children, dogs, and some grown-ups, I also aspire to cultivate an underlying attitude of deep respect and compassion for all. Treating everyone and everything like a Buddha is quite an aspiration. Even when others do not treat me with respect and reverence, can I still maintain a respectful and reverential attitude toward them? If only I could, wouldn't this life be wonderful and abundant? This morning, some of us bowed to each other when we entered the Dharma hall. We bowed to each other at the beginning of this service. We will bow again when we leave. These bows are a lovely way to express our respect for one another. When we bow with our pure mind and reverential spirit after an hour of meditation, it feels very believable that the person right next to us is indeed a Buddha, a living Buddha. To encourage the state of mind at our children's camp, we often chant, I am a living Buddha, you are a living Buddha, we are living Buddhas. But what happens when we walk out the Dharma hall doors? If we turn on the news in our cars, does it feel as though we are listening to news about Buddhas? What about when someone tailgates us on the way home or cuts us off in traffic? Or what about when we receive an irritating text from a colleague? Or when you go home after the service today and find laundry on the floor and dishes in the sink and feel you have to do everything around the house, can you see your family members as living Buddhas? Very quickly, the teaching that all beings are Buddhas can seem idealistic and theoretical. This certainly happens to me, and when it does, I sometimes have a hard time maintaining a respectful, pure state of mind with a reverential attitude. Not long ago, an opportunity to practice presented itself. It came during a meeting in which many Kyomunims from across the US had gathered to discuss the bilingual chanting booklet we use in many of our temples. During the discussion, it became clear that some of us strongly believe that it is important to revise the translation here and there for clarity for our English-speaking practitioners. At the same time, others of us strongly believe that it is important for the text in the chanting booklet to be exactly the same as the translation in our scripture book. All of us believe that sharing Master Suttesan's teachings with the English-speaking people is an essential part of our work. Many of us came to the United States specifically to engage in this work. I did. And so, at the meeting, it was difficult for me to hear some of my Kyomunim colleagues advocate for something I disagreed with on a topic I think is important. I felt defensive. My equanimity was challenged, and in that moment, it wasn't easy to see those I disagreed with as living Buddhas. I saw my colleagues as separate from me, even though we shared the same goals. So, what should we do when our disagreements with the people upset us or cause us to feel confusion or anger? How do we maintain equanimity and treat one another with a pure mind and reverential attitude? These questions make me wonder, what is meant by pure mind? In Korean, 청정한 마음. What is pure mind? The state of a pure mind is based on no mind, 무심. When I am in a no-mind state, no picking or choosing arises. There is no us and no them, no separation, no division. In this mind, we don't hold any anger or resentment. From this non-judgmental no mind, a clear, focused spirit emerges. This is my understanding of a pure mind. In the state of mind, we can see others as living Buddhas, no matter the circumstances. Master Chongsan said that when our minds are pure, clear, and upright, we fully manifest Buddha. But when our minds are errant and reactive, our Buddha potential is restricted. Reflecting on this Dharma and on the doctrine chapter, I have been gradually releasing my reactive and equanimity has been restored. Thinking about the recent meeting with my fellow Kyomunims that was challenging for me, I realized that I can simply trust the process of a community decision-making in which living Buddhas gather, share, and discuss. Dear friends, I'm sure you can think of your own examples of disagreements which cause conflict and division. Please remember that these kinds of situations are opportunities for us to practice waking up and see challenging matters with a compassionate mind of living Buddhas. This process is really key to our practice. We may get discouraged, but we don't want to give up. Even the greatly enlightened Gautama Buddha was criticized and slandered by numerous people while doing his Dharma work. As soon as we fall onto this planet, we have a purpose and meaning for our lives, contributing what we can. We must continue to work at living together as Buddhas. So we come to the basic question: how do we see Buddha nature in everyone and everything under all circumstances? This may be a question to contemplate for a lifetime. Meanwhile, keeping the motto, treating everyone and everything with a pure mind and respectful attitude, let us try to manifest our fullest potential. May our Buddha nature greet the Buddha nature in others and carry our pure mind beyond this temple.
Thank you, Reverend Wanggong, for that beautiful talk and for reminding us that the Buddha is not just a concept. The Buddha is right here in you, in all of us, and that we all share that true Buddha nature within. But as you mentioned, it can be very difficult at times to recognize that Buddha and to understand why things are the way they are. So contemplate maybe a little bit about if you have any living Buddhas that you have difficulty recognizing in your life. And friends at home, during the next few minutes, please share your takeaways from Reverend Wanggong's Dharma Talk in the live chat, or quietly contemplate her talk. For the friends here, please turn to the person next to you and share your thoughts and takeaways from today's talk.
Open your eyes. No questions. Oh, you're scratching.
So the word Buddha comes from the word awakening, right? And so my question is, when we look at ourselves and others, we can be asleep, and that sort of happens in our world when we have conflicts. There might be people who are awakened, but a lot of us are trying to wake up. We're in the process. And so I think that part of the suffering that exists and that sometimes we feel hopeless is because we all tend to be in the sleep phase, and everything that happens around us tends to want us to stay asleep. And right now the technologies of AI and computers and internet, it brings us into a deeper sleep. And so it's really hard, and so does the meaning of being a living Buddha mean that, of course, we have to awaken and then help others awake, but we have to first awake our own selves. So how do you deal with that in the reality where we live? Because my prayer is that everyone becomes awakened, because I don't see any possibility of change in the world if we do not awaken.
Thank you. And what's your name, sir?
Marty.
Marty.
M-A-R-I-O.
Mario shared such a wonderful point and question. You want to summarize?
Not sure I can summarize completely, but I think basically what Mario is saying is that to be a Buddha means to be awakened, and that many of us are going through our lives halfway asleep, and a lot of that is due to the environment we live in with all the distractions and such. And so your question, I think, was how do we become awakened? How do we stay awake in the midst of this highly distracting world we live in? Did I do that justice?
So I heard you kept saying the word awake. We have to awake ourselves first to see Buddha in us and others. And I appreciate the word awake. And then the synonym for awake to me is aware. When I'm aware of myself, whether I'm reactive or when I'm connecting with my pure mind, when I have that awareness, then that's a good start. When I lose this, the spirit or energy of awareness, I go nowhere. So sometimes we are good at being mindful and being aware of. Sometimes we are not. So it's seems to be very simple and basic, but always pause and aware, and until we don't have to be aware anymore. That's that. That's my thoughts. Thank you. Today, anyone new today in person? First time? Yes, please share your names with us.
My name is Claire.
Claire, welcome. We give a usually big applause. Phil, welcome, Phil. Thank you. We hope to see you again. Would you like to come back again? Two more friends over there, please. Yes.
Casey.
Casey, welcome. One more? Oh, yes.
I haven't. I came before, but I have not come in person for a while. So I'm Benito, and I'm really happy to be back.
Benito, welcome. Thank you. And today, let's see who is joining us live streaming. Practicing at home
it's extra challenge because we kind of create this vessel to practice here, even though you feel like, oh, I want to leave now, but you stay a few more minutes, we will be done. But here, online friends, Cynthia, whenever I say name, we should give a big applause. Cynthia, Anne from Kentucky. Oh, Jennifer too, also from Kentucky. Jennifer. Pete, David Van Hook, Polly, Rita, Jody from New Jersey, Lynn and Al, Hannah from Wilmington. We have Lita Russell, Dave McGovern from Winston-Salem, Daniel, and we have a friend's name called This Blue Planet. Holly, Ellison, Jen's family. Today, Adam, our high school practitioner, ran this streaming service. First time, it's the first time or second time? Second time, wow, he did a good job. How is it going so far? No technical glitches at all? Wow, good job. And then I'm gonna say the rest of the names all together. We have a Lauren, Steve, Lee, Jared, Sharon, Alexa, Joe, Shirley, and who else? Anyone else I'm missing here? And Lauren. Big applause, Jessica, all of them. Shall I call attendance everybody here? Why don't I do that outside without face mask? Thank you all so much. By the way, this Tuesday, 4 reverends from New York will visit our temple. Every three years, we do the temple audit and evaluation. You can call it inspection. So reverends and some of kind volunteers come help cleaning and making our garden tidy and to get ready, and they come and check if everything is good. And so in a way, it's exciting, but also a lot of preparation. So wish us good luck. And then if you have a moment, and you're welcome to help us to make our walking path tidier. And if you like gardening with us, please let us know. Patty, do you have anything to say?
Yes, mainly thank you all for practicing with us today, both here and online at home, or wherever they may all be. And today it seems like a particularly beautiful day to enjoy the garden. There's no glare from the sun, and the colors are just, the greens are so vibrant. So if you have a few moments to just, walk in the garden, sit on a meditation rock, enjoy that. Today we have a few announcements. Today at 3 p.m. we'll have a teen meditation right here in this room in the Chapel Hill Temple. And at 5 p.m., our sister temple in North Raleigh is hosting an evening meditation, so please join if you like and if you're in that area. Next Sunday at 10 is kind of a special observance of the Nirvana Day of our founding teacher, and we'll have a spiritual memorial service again next Sunday at 10 a.m. And just as a reminder, as you all know, this temple flourishes and survives only through our donations. So please bear that in mind. There in the foyer, there is a donation jar on our new table, and as well as the information about how to donate online. I think that's all. Yeah. Now bless us and each other with our morning prayer song, which is on page 13 in your booklet.
Today full of
Thank you. Let us bow and wave hands to our friends online. 감사합니다.
Mother of mine, you gave to me all of my life to do as I please. I owe everything I have to you, Mother, sweet Mother of mine. Mother of mine, when I was young, you showed me the right way. Things had to be done. Without your love, where would I be? Mother, sweet Mother of mine. Mother, you gave me happiness, much more than words can say. I am grateful for your love every night and every day. Mother of mine, now I have grown and I can walk straight all on my own. I'd like to give you what you gave to me, Mother, sweet Mother of mine. Mother, sweet Mother of mine. Mother of mine, you gave to me all of my life to do as I please. I owe everything I have to you, Mother, sweet Mother of mine. Mother of mine, when I was young, you showed me the right way. Things had to be done. Without your love, where would I be? Mother, sweet Mother of mine. Mother, you gave me happiness, much more than words can say. I am grateful for your love every night and every day. Mother of mine, now I have grown and I can walk straight all on my own. I'd like to give you what you gave to me, Mother, sweet Mother of mine. Mother, sweet Mother of mine. Mother of mine, you gave to me all of my life to do as I please. I owe everything I have to you, Mother, sweet Mother of mine. Mother of mine, when I was young, you showed me the right way. Things had to be done. Without your love,